like we rotten. Just through we smooth like a silk and satin.
Welcome to the channel, my lion. You know, so one of the goals of this channel is to play whatever role I can play in getting my community back to where a family consists of a man and a woman and a bunch of picking all living in the same household. I want our community to put a high value on having such a family once more like we used to do decades ago. That also means that the man and the woman will not prioritize having the picking first. They're gonna put the marriage before having the picking. See? No, check out this video from 1986.
Raise your hand if you're married. None of you are married. Raise your hand if you would like to be married to your baby's father. One. The rest of you who don't plan to get married, why don't you plan to get married? I'd like to know that.
You already have your child to think about, and then a whole family to care for. You know, it's a lot of responsibility, and then you don't want the commitments.
I wouldn't want no man holding me down because I think I can make it as a single parent.
But don't you think you might need help in raising that baby from a man?
Not really. I didn't have a father. My father wasn't in the home, so, you know, it really, male figures are not substantially important in the family.
I ain't thinking about holding up for no sex, my man. You know, if a girl, you know, she get having a baby, carrying a baby, hey, that's on her. You know, I'm not gonna stop my pleasures because of another woman.
What about birth control? What about condoms?
Girls don't like them things. They don't like them things. Girl tell you to take them things off. They figure that you saying that they filthy or they dirty or something.
It's been a startling change in values. 25 years ago, you would not have heard such things said so freely because they were not embraced so widely. The strong family was still the backbone of Black America, and 3 out of 4 children had both parents at home. That is true no longer. Most Black children are now growing up without their fathers. The result is a world turned upside down as children copy what they see and repeat what they learn.
I want to be pregnant.
LaDawn said she didn't have a father in her home and doesn't think her children need one. She's not unusual. Half the Black families today are headed only by a woman. Clorinda said she could make it on her own as a single parent. She has never been married and is raising her daughter without a man's help. She's not unusual. Today, nearly 60% of all Black children are born out of wedlock. Timothy said his children are not his responsibility. He has left them to be supported by their mothers and welfare. He's not unusual either. For LaDawn and Clorinda and Timothy, and many more like them in cities all over America, the traditional family no longer exists. It has vanished, and something new is taking its place. Single women and the children they're rearing alone are the fastest growing part of the Black population. What becomes of the Black family in a world where the values are being turned upside down?
If the parent is 17 and 18, uneducated, unmotivated, fooling around, wandering around, what's the child going to learn? Who's to teach him? When you learn something, you was taught by your parents. It was reinforced by school and your neighbors, but it was taught by your parents. Well, if the parents don't know anything, how are they going to teach the children? So it's not racism that I'm fighting right now. It's the lack of motivation. You see, I'm not even talking about racism. Maybe later on we'll get back to that. But I think we are destroying ourselves.
This is Newark, New Jersey, one of America's inner cities. Inner city is a polite name for ghetto, as in Black ghetto. Those of us who don't live in the ghetto are brought here usually by television, and usually only when there are violent pictures to show. But we have to come here if we want to understand those fearsome statistics about the vanishing Black family. Now, a lot of white families are in trouble too. Single-parent families are twice as common in America today as they were 20 years ago. But for the majority of white children, family still means a mother and a father. This is not true for most Black children. For them, things are getting worse. Today, Black teenagers have the highest pregnancy rate in the industrial world, and in the Black inner city, practically no teenage mother gets married. That's no racist comment. What's happening goes far beyond race. Why then do so many teenage girls get pregnant and have children? Why do so many fathers abandon their families? The answers begin with the people here. They told us what happens to family when mothers or children, fathers don't count, and the street is the strongest school.
Good morning. Chuck over here, Bob Slade, standing by. We're going to check with you on
Okay. Okay, Mama.
It is the beginning of another school day in Newark, New Jersey. Another day of class for Clorinda Henderson. She is 17 and had hoped to graduate from high school next year, but that was before the birth of her baby.
I dreamed that having a little baby, you could just cuddle in your arm and just hug all the time. Kiss on it, smell it, because it's so sweet. I thought it'd be fun until I had her.
The reality's different?
The reality just punched me right in the eye. I had to pinch myself and see if I was here because I was like, this is too much.
Clorinda was only 15 when she got pregnant with her daughter, Shaquana. She is not unusual. Half of all black teenagers become pregnant. Clorinda has never been married. She's still living with her mother at home, where she's raising her baby daughter. Clorinda goes to a special school for dropouts after she takes her daughter to a daycare center. She has 5th grade math skills and reads at a 6th grade level.
When I got pregnant, I said, well, I'm going to have this baby, and she's not going to stand in the way of my education. I'm not going to let no one stand in the way of my education. I ain't going to be like these other girls, just drop out, can't get no job, no money, have to be on welfare.
Ready. On the vocabulary. Bingo.
Clorinda learned about birth control in sex education courses, but she still became pregnant. You think it was a mistake?
Well, I'll say no, because I wasn't on any, birth control methods. Neither was he. And, we were sexually active, and when it happened, it just happened.
When you think back to that day when you learned you were pregnant, what went through your mind?
Oh, gosh, I'm going to tell my mother. And I'm going to tell my mother she going to make me get an abortion. I was really scared, I think.
Why didn't you want to get an abortion?
Because I wanted his baby.
What did you like about him?
His legs.
His legs?
I got a thing for bow-legged boys.
Bow-legged boys?
I love them. They have some gorgeous legs. I just don't know.
That right there, what you just saw, is what's plaguing my community in this moment. Today, same thing that was going on years ago is still going on today. We're being cursed by the fracture of the black family.
I'd rather be a mom before I be a wife.
Really? That is very interesting.
Wow. I just rather cater to a child than
a husband.
And when you're a wife,
you don't need to get
married. No, but when you just think when you're a wife, you're a wife. You're a mom. You still have to find time to be yourself, and I'd rather just find time to be a mom and just be myself as of right now.
Okay.
And
well, I get it.
It's just I'd rather be a mom right now. So.
That's a very interesting point of view.
Yeah.
Brethren, there's no guarantee with anything, nothing in life. But I don't understand why these folks cannot understand that having a baby is a bigger commitment than being married. See? Maybe my accent will get in the way if I explain it. So let's allow my esteemed brother right here to do it for me. Yo, youth, come talk to the masses them for me now.
So I said, having a baby is a bigger commitment than marriage. And you told me, don't be delusional about the subject matter with your black ass. The commitment isn't that deep for most.
Damn fool.
So having a stranger raw isn't that deep. And how do you figure that most aren't paying child support for 18 years? What do you think back child support is called?
Yep.
What do you think getting your license suspended is called?
Yep.
What do you think going to jail because you haven't paid child support is called?
See?
What do you think not being able to get a passport because you haven't paid child support is called?
Yep.
Just because they don't give the money to you does not mean that they are not paying and obligated to pay child support.
For real, brethren.
You know what? maybe it was the way that I worded the last message, but let's do this. Let's take a third person point of view. This way we can really drive the message home. I am going to take the point of view of the baby daddy, and I'm going to tell you from his point of view exactly how you look.
Hold on there, my youth. Hold on there, my youth. Hold on. Ladies, don't get into your feelings. You see me? Don't feel away with what I'm about to say, but just think about it and reason it logically. Now remember, a woman controls access to the womb. You will be carrying that child for 9 months, along with all the baggage that comes with that 9 months, all the problems, all the feelings, all the sickness. It's all on you. That man you let into your garden can disappear at any time, and you will never see him again, leaving you to fend for yourself and the baby. Therefore, a woman has way more to lose if she gets pregnant. Run it, brethren.
You gave up your market value because once you have a baby, you ain't the same no more. You low-key gave up your mind because when I first met you, you was cool, but now you some crazy ass postpartum ass bitch. Saggy llama titty depressed ass bitch. You gave up looking good because when I first met you, your hair was done, your nails was done, your body was tight, your titty was perky. But now you look sleepy, you look tired. You don't even keep yourself up no more. You gave up your mama and daddy fucking with you because they told you not to fuck with me and you still did because you love me. So you gave up your dignity because when I was cheating on you, you went and fought that bitch. You gave up your self-respect because you took me back. And then to prove a motherfucking point, you let me get you pregnant. You gave me everything you had and I didn't even have to get on one knee and ask you to be with me. Getting married to your ass. I ain't even have to make you my fucking fiance. A fiance ain't nothing but a fucking glorified girlfriend. I ain't claim you in front of my friends, my family. I ain't go out and buy you no motherfucking ring. I spend more on bitches at Magic City on a random Monday night than I've ever spent on you during our entire relationship. You gave up all of that just for me to nut. You ain't even nut. You gave up all of that. And all I had to do was fucking have an orgasm. Goofy bitch, that nut ain't mean shit to me. Busting a nut is a basic male function. As a matter of fact, bitch, if you didn't pick up the phone when I had called you on the first ring like you did, that nut would have just went into that dirty wife beater that was on the floor. Ain't nobody manipulate you, bitch. You knew I didn't fucking want that fucking baby. You knew I was gonna leave your fucking ass. I ain't even ask you to be with me. I ain't even claim you like that. I didn't even give you a motherfucking ring, bitch. I didn't do that would make you think that I really wanted you. You made that up in your head, and I don't feel bad either. You needed this. If you wasn't no motherfucking mother, you wouldn't even feel like you was a motherfucking woman. Bitch, I made you. First thing you do when you talk about another bitch, that bitch ain't got no kids, that bitch ain't, yes, she don't. But that's why I wanna fuck her. You don't even look the same. Fat and shit. I gave you what the you needed. I made you into a fucking woman. I gave you that baby. You want to take them fucking maternity pictures? You telling bitches you have my son? You got my first son? Bitch, I don't give a fuck about none of that. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I'm leaving you and that motherfucker. Bitch, I made you a motherfucking woman. Because until you became a motherfucking mother, you didn't even feel like a motherfucking woman. But he can marry you and still be the same. You can be a married single mother. Don't get twisted. My ex-wife is my ex-woman. I claimed her as my woman. I committed myself to my woman. My baby mama just a bitch I fucked. Just a bitch I nutted in because she got there right before I nutted in some Kleenex. Learn the difference between a guarantee and a bare minimum. Stop asking a nigga for $100 when he already told you that he ain't got 20. Having a baby is absolutely a bigger deal than marriage. You just don't think you worth shit. So you don't even recognize what the fuck you really gave up. Everything you thought it was nothing more than what you wanted it to be. You gave up all of that just for a to think of you as this.
Damn, my man was spitting the facts. I don't need to say another word, but I will. Fathers, your daughters need to hear them words the man just talked a while ago. Those women with multiple baby daddies will run from these words. And of course, blame the man they gave their womb to. If you are a childless woman watching this, I implore you to heed this man's word. Vet that man properly before you allow him into your garden. Just like how I tell my lions over here, you ladies need to protect yourself at all times as well. Hold tight, me gone again.